Both the Nichibei Times and the Nichibei Foundation has had a history of creating meaningful opportunities for younger folks to get involved in the community. As part of today's fundraiser, we are raising money for the Nichibei Internship Fund so we can continue to offer opportunities for younger members of the community to gain valuable experience and skills while helping to fulfill the mission of the Nichibei Foundation and Nichibei Weekly. This includes journalism interns, Asian American Studies interns, and interns from the Nikkei Community Internship Program. We are proud of our interns, and actually half of the current Nichibei staff started as interns, one some 15 years ago. As the current intern, it's been an honor to follow in the footsteps of so many that came before me and made the internship program as fruitful as it is today. You will now hear from some former Nichibei interns from as long as 20 plus years ago who are now living in Japan, as well as more recent interns about the impact of their experience. We hope that you may consider donating to the Nichibei Internship Fund to help support our overall mission.
Hi everyone, my name is Takino Chio Suzuki. I say with great pride that I was the very first intern to work for Kenji Taguma at the former Nichibei Times in San Francisco when I was in high school.
Hi, I'm Jeff Asai, and I was an intern at the Nichibei Times back when it was called the Nichibei Times, almost 20 years ago.
As an Asian American Studies major at San Francisco State University, I was to choose an organization to intern with, and Professor Russell Jung sent out an email containing a list of organizations to choose from, and Nichibei was on that list. And so I started interning here, and I've been working here ever since.
I actually was a journalism student from Japan, and I was looking for hands-on experience as a young writer, and I was lucky to meet Kenji, and I started to help the English section of the Nichibei Times.
I was graduating from San Francisco State journalism department, and I wrote a story about one Japanese student. He was a homeless guy. Back then, one of the Japanese Nichibei Times board member found the story, and then eventually came to the hand of our editor-in-chief, Kenji Taguma. He contacted me if I was interested in doing internship, and then, of course, I jumped in.
I applied to the Nikkei Community Internship Program, which is run by the Japanese Community Youth Council in San Francisco. Somehow, my application was accepted, and the organization I was placed at was the Nichibei Foundation.
I had met Kenji Taguma at a jobs fair or something like that when I was in college, and I wanted to be a photographer. My image was I'd be kind of like a Peter Parker and just take photos of Asian people and just send it in, and that'd be that. But what ended up happening was quite different.
I spent 4 summers there, sitting in front of Kenji's desk, so shy and terrified, not wanting to speak to anyone or say a single word. But Kenji had faith in me that I would break out of that shell. And for my very first assignment, he threw me into a locker room filled with Major League Baseball players all by myself.
Kenji gave me lots of great opportunities to talk to people in the community, and I wrote many stories about places, people, and events.
And from, I think, day one, Mr. Taguma appointed me to write a story, and I was like, what? Already? Okay, sure.
Even though I'm an international business major with an emphasis in marketing, I've never been very creative. It's just not something that has ever come really naturally to me, but the Nichibei internship has really pushed me to grow in this area.
I had gone into the office, and that day there wasn't any need for any photos, and so Kenji and the rest of the staff, they taught me how to use Adobe PageMaker. They taught me how to do basic layout of the page and how to pretty much make the paper. So I went in every day and I learned both, the software and Adobe InDesign and Photoshop and all that stuff.
The internship program has given me the opportunity to learn new programs such as Photoshop and Final Cut Pro so I can create nice Instagram posts and create videos for events like the one you're watching right now.
Well, I was a part of Wakamatsu during my internship, and I have to say that was definitely my favorite part, because seldom been put in a position before where I've gotten such a chance to develop leadership skills. I've never really been like a group leader, so being a part of that really helped me out with that portion of my personality.
He has instilled in me wisdom, courage, and strength. He has taught me so much about the history of the Japanese and Japanese American communities. He has also helped me understand my role as a Shin Nisei, or new second generation Japanese American.
Talking to people too. I mean, I work as a Buddhist minister here in Japan, and so it requires talking to people you don't know and listening to their stories as well. So these are a lot of skills that I learned at Nichibei, and they've served me very well.
I definitely think that modern youth is disconnected from their communities, and so having an internship here at Nichibei would definitely help with learning new skills when it comes to your own ethnic history, but also just having the chance to be a part of the community and be a part of events that make people happy.
I think that this is one of the best places you can be to help the community. Because of the internship, I was able to tackle any kind of subjects the journalists cover.
They gave me practical experience to interview people on the streets, work with photographers, work with deadlines, and they definitely gave me confidence to work as a young writer.
So I feel very fortunate that I'm in a position now that I could, give back. I could pay it forward to the next generation. I could give someone else the same opportunities that I had when I was working.
I left the internship program with more confidence, with a louder voice, and with a passion to get involved in the Japanese American community. I would not be who I am today if it were not for Kenji and the internship program that he created many years ago.
Anybody should do, freshman, junior, doesn't matter. Make a mistake, don't worry about it. Nichibei will cover you.
I met amazing people and I made wonderful friends while working for Nichibei, and I treasure the friendship and the experience I got there.
The internship program has not only helped me grow my more practical skills, but it has also helped me connect with the larger Japanese American community. I'm really thankful that of all the wonderful organizations that I could have been placed at, I got placed at the Nichibei Foundation.
So I hope you can also do that. I don't mean to tell you what to do with your money, but all I can say is that this is a very worthwhile program. It will definitely help the future generations. I know I wouldn't be here. I'd be alive. I'd be somewhere, but I wouldn't be here in Japan doing what I'm doing now if it weren't for the Nichibei. So I'm sure anything that you could give, anything that you could share would be greatly appreciated. So thank you very much, and thank you for your continued support of the Nichibei.
I hope that you will be able to help support the Nichibei Foundation's internship fund so that we can provide more opportunities to young men and women to help them find their role and their voice in our communities, to share and pass down the histories of the Japanese and Japanese Americans, and to help them become the glue that holds the community together.
I hope you can all support the Nichibei Foundation Internship Fund to keep younger generation connected and engaged in the community.
Your donations are very much appreciated and will go on to help the community for generations to come.
Go Nichibei!